I'm in Pearl Bay. Fantastic little anchorage this, especially from the southeast. Well, it's blowing from the north at the moment, and we're bobbing around a bit out there. I've just come ashore for a walk, about 8:30 in the morning. I met Marcel, who's on the catamaran there. He's sailing up from Brisbane. He's been going a month now. He just damaged his hand yesterday, and he's taking it easy. He's retired, and he's got a nice boat. Very picturesque here in this anchorage. Nice little pine islands, covered in pine trees. And the tide's going out, so I don't need to anchor it, and I'm going to go for a walk right along to the end at the point up there, which is about maybe a half a mile. We're going to sail to Island Head today. This is about 8 miles up the coast, straight into the wind. Luckily I've got the tide with me, and well, I've dragged the lure all round, silver slow all around that island there, and I haven't caught a thing. See the bit of a tide ripping out through here at about half a knot. A nice shady spot under a tree here, and just to remind you that you're on a military range. Well, I'm anchored in Pearl Bay. Absolute fantastic spot. Been here for the night. Bit bumpy in the night, but now it's flattened out, flat as a tack out there, and I'm going to make tracks though. I'm going to head on to Island Head Creek this afternoon. just the tide there. Oh well, this is Island Head in here. So I'm going to start the motor and we're going to go in here and anchor. Looking into Island Head Creek, there's 3 boats I can see. That's looking east from inside Island Head Creek. That's the southern side, that's the northern side, and in front of me is a big sandbank that goes between that island and the mainland, which is covered over at the moment because it's getting up towards high tide. Well, I'm sitting down having a glass of wine. I'm about halfway through my journey now. We're safely anchored in Island Head Creek, and it's a wonderful evening. Tomorrow morning I'm going to go for a walk on the beach. There's a wreck round the corner there I'd like to have a look at. Fishing. I've had a mackerel line out for I suppose half of the trip. When it was really blowing I didn't bother because if I caught the bloody thing, I don't know how I was going to get it on board. You know, it's pretty rough, and it would, I couldn't stop to pull it in. So it was, if I got a big one, I'd lose my rig. So I didn't want to do that. But otherwise, I've been dragging something behind me, and I haven't caught a thing. I haven't seen another trailer sailor all the time on the way up. I think I'm in the minority, obviously. There's lots of catamarans with retirees on, quite a few motorboats, and I'll probably get away with 30 litres of fuel to the Whitsundays in Go Juice for the outboard, and about I think about 20 litres in fuel for the generator in total. And anybody with a stink boat, is thinking about bringing it up to the Whitsundays. Even the most efficient boat in the world, catamaran with 2 nice engines in, about 35 foot long, you still use about $7,000 worth of fuel, and that was at about 3 years ago prices. So I shall be able to go up to the Whitsundays, and I think I'll have spent $400 in total for probably 5 weeks. So I'd average about $100 a week while living on the boat. Wear and tear would be probably at least another $100 a week, I reckon. It's surprising, your sails wear out, your autopilots, your fridge, your generator, and your outboard. Not that I've replaced any in the last 8 years, but they do wear out. But for an investment of $8,000 originally, and then I've probably spent another, realistically, probably another $8,000 since I bought it 10 years ago. I've got a very nice piece of kit in order to do sail between Brisbane and the Whitsundays in reasonable comfort. For a single person anyway, it seems to, it's big enough. I think for 2 people it would be big enough, but we've done it before, but that was when they were children. I think 4 adults, no way. Because 2 adults would be ideal. 1 adult, it's plenty of space, and I'm enjoying myself.
coming on my own. You know, you see other people on their boats on their own, quite a lot. I'd say a quarter of the people that are travelling up to the Whitsundays are sailing on their own. They find it hard to find a partner, and even though if you've got a $700,000 catamaran, it's still hard. Well, I shall have another glass of wine in a minute. I think I'm going to skip tea tonight. I don't think I'm just going to have pate and whatever I've got and a glass of wine and go to bed and get up early in the morning and go for a big walk along the beach to see this wreck I've seen round the corner. It looks like a very nice boat, but we'll see tomorrow.